we have a big announcement to make. We've purchased our own place. We're getting into a whole new phase of this journey. Hi everyone, hope you're all doing great. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel Nest Artfully. And as you guys are aware of, in the title we mentioned that we have a big announcement to make. But before I get to that, first let me just thank everyone who's been following on this Nest Artfully journey of ours. We started in a rented apartment in Singapore, and I am especially grateful for those of you who joined me in our early days and you have stuck by our side through all the ups and downs, because we're getting into a whole new phase of this journey. So we're very happy, very thrilled to let you guys know that we've purchased our own place here in Bangalore. And when we moved back from Goa to Bangalore, we had our own home, but we had rented it out and we did not want to trouble the tenants. So we ourselves took up a rented apartment and we ended up liking the neighborhood, the area. So we decided we should just continue staying here. But due to a whole variety of reasons, we decided that it's best in the long term if we actually were to be in our own home. And so we sold our previous home and purchased a new place, which will be given to us sometime end of April. So why this is exciting for Nest Artfully is because while until now I've been able to talk about things like rental decor, DIYs, now I can go one step further and look at doing more experimental and bolder DIYs and design choices, because I'll be finally making those choices for my own home, and I'll also be spending money on my own place rather than somewhere else. So this opens up a host of possibilities for us, and we've already started thinking about what all we can do. So very exciting time, and I'm going to be recording every part of this journey and sharing it with you guys here on Nest Artfully. And I hope these videos are of use to you, because we'll be looking at material choices, pros and cons, installation aspects, and even the final reveal of a lot of these projects. So in this video, I'm going to be taking you guys through our empty house. So now the house is at a stage where almost everything is ready, just the final finishing needs to be done. But I'm going to just take you guys through the layout of the house, the floor plan we have shot on site, and the design choices that I think you could be happy living with, because they are long-term choices. So let's get started without any further delay. This is a 3D render of our 3 BHK apartments floor plan, and I'm using Homestyler, a web-based app, to create these renders. I'll also be creating visualization renders, which will be helpful when we get to each part of the house, so that I can show you what I have in mind for that space. So this is the entrance of the house. This is a very small entryway. We have the main door here, and behind the main door we have a bit of wall space, which is a little less than 2 feet, so we can create some good amount of storage here. And we'll have, of course, the design elements, whatever art, console, all of that coming up against this wall. And then from here the house pretty much opens up. Here to my right next to the entrance, is this niche area. So this is quite spacious. We plan to have our puja and of course some other storage solutions done up here. Moving on from this niche, which has enough space for our puja setup and of course some storage solutions, we have the space opening up into the dining and living sections of the home. So this is an open floor plan, and it's quite typical that way. We have the dining section here where I'm standing, and the living section that side, and it's a straightforward space. What's interesting, however, is that this house definitely gets a good amount of light, and that's because we have a large balcony door opening out into the balcony from the living section, and we have pretty good windows from all the rooms, bringing in a lot of natural light, and that's one of the reasons we chose this unit. So this is the living section, and one thing that we're very happy about here compared to some of our previous homes is that we've struggled with not having a dedicated wall in the living section. So here we have abundance of walls to design as we please. This wall is going to be the wall against which we have our main seating. So our sofa will come up against this, and on the opposite side we will have our TV console and the TV, and any additional storage, any additional furniture in terms of seating, as well as a coffee table. There's space for whatever we already own in a comfortable manner, so it's going to get placed really nicely. I do have some desires, that long-term desires that I hopefully bring true in this house. One of that is to have a nice swing. So we're planning to have a Jula type of swing here. And the good thing about that setup is that we want to have something which is right adjacent to the balcony area, so that we can open the doors and enjoy it in the evenings, and it will also act as, you know, interesting seating options when people come over. So one of the reasons we really wanted to purchase this house is because of the outdoor space it provides, which is very important for someone like me, because I love my plants, I love gardening, and then we do so much of DIYs and work that requires amount of space, especially if it is outdoors. It's easier to do a lot of these things. So this is a balcony that opens up from the living section. It also opens up from the master bedroom, so that's the unique feature. And let's quickly take a peek. So this is a very long balcony space that we have. As I mentioned, it opens up from both the living section as well as the master bedroom behind me, and they've already provided some pretty nice ceiling options here. It's actually metal but made to look like wood. We are not allowed to have things like hanging swing from the structure because of the damage it can cause. So we will have things that we can put up on the floor, but it's going to be a space that I can really get creative with and do some fun things out here. Really excited for that. Let's take a look at the master bedroom. So this is our master bedroom, and it's like any typical room except for two features that we really love. One is that it opens out into the balcony as mentioned previously, and the other is that we have a small walk-in closet. So we can put our wardrobe there, and then the bathroom also is connected to the walk-in closet, so that's a nice aspect. So this is the walk-in closet area. It's a small space but enough for our storage solution. So we're going to have a wardrobe coming up against this wall just on one side of the walk-in closet, but we're going to have floor to ceiling storage, that is the wardrobe plus loft, and on the other side here we have the bathroom. At the end of the walk-in closet we plan to have a full-length mirror and of course a light, so that is the plan. So in the master bedroom, the only thing that we are planning in terms of something innovative and different is again to have some space saving solutions on this wall, which is the wall between the bedroom and the bathroom. This wall is a little over 6 feet wide. So this is something that's perfect to have again a wall mounted bed on, because currently our son sleeps in the same bedroom as us, but he sleeps on the floor. So this is something that is going to make things far more organized and nice for him as well as for us, and it can be used in the future by our daughter. So this is something that we are looking at doing. So this is the second bedroom, and this can be called the guest bedroom or the kids bedroom, however one wants to use it. In our case, we are going to be using this as a guest bedroom, but we are also going to be using this as a multifunctional family room when guests aren't here to stay. So we have some ideas around some space saving solutions. Thinking of doing up a wall Murphy bed here with storage on either side and a loft running through to provide enough storage for the future as well. The other walls, that is the wall facing me, we plan to leave it as it is, probably put up a study desk there, and we can use this room, or rather the floor space when the cot is up, as a kids play area. We can get together as a family here, put up a TV and watch some TV, or we can even use the wall to project movies and so on, and really have a family space. So this is the bathroom for this bedroom, and as you can see the tiles are already up. The fittings in terms of the bathroom fittings haven't been put up. We will also be getting a shower curtain, we'll also be getting a shower glass partition. So besides that, I just wanted to say that a lot of times in our previous videos, people have put in the comment section that how about you guys take us through a bathroom makeover. Now this is something while living in rental homes we struggled with, because the kind of time, energy and money we had to put in didn't feel right for us. Whereas this is our own place, so there are a few design elements that I'm not very happy with. We didn't have a say in the selection of tiles because we purchased a house which was already at this stage. So we are looking at probably makeover in that sense, that it reflects more of our style and likes. So that is something I'm excited to share as a journey as we do up the place. Now we're going to look at the last bedroom, the third bedroom. This is adjacent to the dining section. So this is the smallest bedroom, and this is what we originally planned to give the kids, but we might also use it as a work from home space. We might have our office set up here, and that's because at this age and stage our kids want to spend more time wherever we are. So it really makes no sense to say go into your room. It doesn't happen, and we also would like them to feel free and be in any space they want to be. So we're going to look at converting this into a studio space for ourselves. So this space here, which is kind of like the central space, as in the entryway, the master bedroom, the other two bedrooms, they all kind of come here, and this is going to be the dining section. So the dining section is, in terms of orientation, we have not really decided how we are going to place things and furniture. So there are some interesting design elements to tackle when it comes to this space, and we'll get to that once we move in, because I find it much easier to work with my space once I'm already there. So that's what we're going to do. You guys know we already have existing furniture, so that's just going to come and placed in place. In terms of having a crockery unit, I've never had one. So we are planning on having that at some point in time, and if it does happen, it would ideally come up against this wall. Now let's get into the kitchen here. So this is the kitchen, which opens out into the dining space. It is quite open. So we plan to have some sliding doors here, because we would prefer that the mess that usually happens with Indian cooking in the kitchen is, you know, something that we can close and cover up. What we are planning to do is have it as a glass and wood sort of combination, the door, so that it can still let light in and doesn't block things up too much visually, as well as for the light perspective. Beyond this entrance is the kitchen space. Now the kitchen is going to come like an L-shaped kitchen from a countertop perspective. On either side of the entrance to the kitchen, we will have some wall space. Here there will be uninterrupted wall space. So this is where the refrigerator is going to come up. Here we will have the wall space coming up until somewhere here, and beyond that will be the countertop and of course the modular setup. So they've given us the gas pipeline, and this is somewhere where the stove will come up, the hob and the chimney. We will have modular, and since we are getting the modular for the kitchen done, we will look at something which is again floor to ceiling, because in this house, considering it's a long-term house for us, we'd like to go up to the ceiling to avoid the kind of maintenance that comes with cabinets that end halfway. It really gathers just way too much grease, grime and dirt. And of course, also from a storage perspective, having a loft here also makes sense. Having that option when you're doing it is actually pretty nice, because doing it separately at a later point of time will be too much of a hassle. In terms of the sink, we're going to have a small sink here, which is more for cooking itself rather than for the dishes. The bigger, larger sink, which is for the dishes, will come in the utility section, which is right here. So from the kitchen, we have this really small utility section, but it's just enough for practical purposes. We have our washing machine set up here, and we will have the countertop coming here with the large sink for the dishes. We'll have the dishwasher set up on the side below, and we are planning some cabinets in terms of storage to put away things like cleaning products and so on. This is the last space, which is a terrace area that's also available to us, and we have a lot of plans to do up this space, and we'll be taking you guys through that as well when it happens. But for now, we are looking at bringing a lot of the design ideas you already saw in this video come to life. These could be with vendors as well as some projects that we are going to be doing it ourselves. So whichever way it is, we'll be recording the entire process and sharing it with you guys. So do stay tuned, and if you haven't already, do subscribe to Nest Artfully so that you can stay updated on all our upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and see you in the next one.